I'm Chris Jackimick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. It was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important, but I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text, actually, from my stepmom. I was like, I need you to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam. All right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates, and she's like, Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day, 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever.
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media, and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not going to be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. That was rock bottom. I first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I have not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired a little over a year ago, I set forth as like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. Is like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. physically I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. You know, every day he pushes it. From the loss of his brother and a number of different trauma that he had gone through in his life, it was absolutely critical for him to find something that he could sink his teeth into. I think he's taken the ball and run with it with Mission 22, especially the R&R, the recovery and resilience part. I think it makes him stronger in the person that he is today.
I don't know why I fell on the bike. It was just like, okay, it called to me, and then I kept going. So you know that scene from Forrest Gump where he just starts running one day and it ends up in Monument Valley in Utah? He's like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in like Forrest Gump did. I'm getting on that bike and I'm keeping on going because there's something about it. There's something about just getting out in nature, having that breeze in your face and seeing some of the beautiful landscape here in Las Vegas where it takes you away from the stressors and the challenges of the world for a little bit. And you can just appreciate the beauty that is out there and be in the moment. And then it got serious because the Air Force enrolled me in the Air Force Wounded Warrior program and it got transformed into Lo and Behold training. If I do this well, maybe I can go represent the Air Force. Maybe my grief and everything in my entire story can come to fruition because I can put the energy into something positive. If I made the team, I'd just be overwhelmed with emotion. I suffered a lot of my trauma because of my military service, but at the end, it's like, I gotta be grateful that I'm allowed to compete in this because there are others who didn't make it home or lost the war at home that's what it's about.
Please welcome our very own Director of the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program, Colonel Rich Obert. Over to you, sir.
Welcome, warriors and athletes. Today we're going to announce the 2021 Air Force Team for Warrior Games. The selection was difficult as there were many hardworking and deserving individuals, and the work and dedication was apparent by all. I know the suspense is killing you, so I'll turn it back over to Marcia. Good luck to each of you. Back to you, Marcia.
All right, thank you, sir.
Starting us out from Air Education and Training Command, Major Daniel, Lieutenant Dan Cariña.
Yes, yes, yes. Air Combat Command, out of Texas, Master Sergeant Nicole Nikki Favuza.
From Valdosta, Georgia, Technical Sergeant retired Antonio Del Vecchio.
From East Liberty, Ohio, Airman retired Pete Murphy.
Technical Sergeant retired Margie Hinkle.
And coming up next, former pole vaulter, that is very similar to Blaze Bilardi, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, Master Sergeant retired Chris Jacksonek.
Warrior Games competitor back on the team, Staff Sergeant retired Joseph Alex Pate.
Whew.
What? He did
All right.
big things. Back in the day, he's going to do big things. Coming to you from St. Henry.
Wow. We look at Mission 22 and we see all the shirts, we see all the flags out there. I don't think enough of the people understand how big the programs actually are and how that is actually in there. And like, I'm a benefactor from the donations of these private donors that are there to allow me to live life, to improve life for not only myself, but for friends, for fellow veterans, for my children, for my girlfriend, for my family, is to be that, to say, you know what? We can keep going at the end of the day. We can keep going no matter how hard it gets. no matter how difficult life becomes, we can keep going.
We have this value in the Air Force, this belief, a wingman concept. We're going to take care of each other. We've got each other. And it gives us hope, right? And so if you have been knocked down, I say this a lot, by the baseball bat of life, right? You're on the ground. If you know that someone's got you, it's got your six, no matter what, that's going to help you get back up again. And that's part of Mission 22, I think, for him. That connection, that human connection, that's what's going to save us. Yeah, that's what saved him. He can be a light in darkness. No matter how dark that spiral is, to know that someone got back up again and navigated their way out, that they can get through it too, that they are not alone. Not for one moment of one day. That's what he could be. He could be a beacon of light.
Welcome back to Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. Got Your Six Racing Network. As always, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues. Throughout the night, you will see us play promo videos from various companies out there doing great things for veterans. If you have the means to donate, would be greatly appreciated. If not, just show your appreciation for a veteran out there. We're about to get the show underway. As always, Clayton is back with me in the booth. Clayton, happy Friday and welcome to Lanier.
Yes, sir. Happy Friday to you as well. It's good to be back. This is one of my favorite tracks on the sim. I ran a lot of rookie license races around here. I love this place. This will be a good one.
Looks like we got 22 cars in the field. Let's get them off the track here and get the show underway. Thank you all out there for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Cheering on your favorite driver. All drivers, clear the track. All drivers, clear the track, please. Lost my notes, unfortunately. All right, drivers, welcome to week 4, 1/3 of the way through the season. We're here at Lanier tonight. Can't find my notes with my pre-race stuff on it, so we'll wing it. As always, if you don't show up for your photo or your interview in Discord after a podium finish, you will receive an EOL next week. 2 wrecks in any race, be it a feature race or a heat race, you will be disqualified from that division for the night. Intentional contact will never be acceptable, no matter when it happens. We had a couple of incidents last week that led to 2 suspensions, and it was after the checkered flag. So intentional contact at any time is absolutely not acceptable. You will get a minimum 1-week suspension depending on the severity of the incident. Our protest link did not work last week. However, we did open it up where you guys could personally send me a message in Discord, and we review those as we did this week. Clayton's back with us this week, so hopefully we don't have a lot to review after the fact. Call-outs on Discord or any social media to Friday Night Lights drivers, to the staff, to anybody, absolutely unacceptable. We ask that if you get in a wreck with somebody, you please cool down before you send out a message or turn on your race mic, as call-outs will lead to a suspension also. Excessive blinking, first time warning, second time EOL, third time you will be asked to park it for the night. Keep in mind that incidents do count against your overall points for the night. So if you get in you have 4X, that will go off your total points. Once the checkered flag comes out, the field is frozen. We're getting a lot better at it than we did the first couple weeks. Just remember, caution comes out, off the throttle, You're not going to improve your position by staying on the throttle. You'll wreck your car or somebody else's. So that's it for tonight. 1/3 of the way through the season. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Now would be the time. All right, drivers, without further ado, we will advance to qualifying. I wish you all the best of luck. So here we go. We're about to get it going here at Lanier tonight. Hopefully we don't have the incidents that we have in the past couple weeks with cautions. I, like you, Clayton, love this small track. It makes for some great racing. It is a little bit tight, but it's a lot wider than some short tracks out there. So looking for some great action tonight. First car out on the track is the 31 of Brandon Templeton. Tonight's Quick Time Award brought to you by Tight Lines Apparel. Have a passion for the great outdoors and fishing? Tight Lines Apparel has all your fishing apparel needs for the whole family, from women's to men's and youth sizes. Family owned and operated, Tight Lines Apparel has a passion for the outdoors, and everything is custom made from tees to hoodies. Tight Lines Apparel is your one-stop shop for all your fishing apparel needs. Act now and use Sim Racership for free shipping on your order. That's Sim Racership for free shipping. Be sure to give them a like and follow on Facebook and Instagram and get the whole family set up with Tight Lines Apparel. Keep it tight with Tight Lines Apparel. Brandon Templeton just wrapping up his qualifying run. Joseph Grandy in the 518 at the top of the board with a 14.226. Cale Smith in the 115 P2. Matt Grimm wraps up. He's 11th quick. The 171 out on track. That's Jake Henry, 14.468. 14th quick on his first lap. Anthony Marfulio, driver, is with us out of the East Coast, New Hampshire, in that 238 machine. First lap, 14.472. 20th quick for the 238. See if he can improve on his second lap. Clay Christopherson, 14.352, up to 9th quick. Lost Marfulio there. Michael Vitale wrapped up in the 213. We do have a few cars left to go. Justin Sick in the 015 out on track. Joseph Grandy holding down Tight Lines Apparel quick time. Let's see if Justin Sick, he times in 18th quick, 14.359 for Justin Sick. And a little bit quicker on the second lap, but not enough to move up the board. We still have 3 cars to qualify. They're going to come out on the track. They need to get out on the track with a big hurry. Jordan LaFawn, the 11 car driver out of Indiana, he's out on track in that 11 machine. Let's see if Jordan LaFawn can put down a good lap. Again, Joseph Grandy at the top of the board. Jordan LaFawn looks like he's still going. In that 11 car, still got 2 more drivers to qualify. Coming off of turn 4, the 11 car will time in 11th quick for the 11. 151 is with us. That is Trent Curtis. Was with us until time ran out. Joseph Grandy with your Tight Lines Apparel quick time. Heat 1 of the grid. Heat 1 of the grid, please. Congratulations to Joseph Grandy with the Tight Lines Apparel Quick Time Award. Joseph Grandy, Chris Cox on the front row. Isaac Salas and Caden Berry in row 2. James Ingram, Randall Dixon in 3. Justin Sick, Jake Henry round out your field of 8 drivers. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. You got 8 laps to get it done. Last I checked, everybody heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean, put on a great show. Good luck. So Grandy put down a stellar lap. Tonight's 358 Modifieds brought to you by A&J Landscaping. like to thank A&J Landscaping for coming on board. Second season in a row, so greatly appreciated. As the 518 will roll off on the front row, he's on the pole. He's got Chris Cox to his outside. Chris Cox is a previous champion in Friday Night Lights 358s. Clayton, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm ready to go heat racing here. About to come off a 4, go to the green flag. These guys are going to put on one heck of a show. This track makes for some incredible racing, and there's a lot of talent here throughout Friday Night Lights. These guys are going to use up every inch of this track, I'm sure, as we see the left front of Joseph Grandy nearly make contact with the wall, but running nice and smooth on the bottom. As this track slicks off tonight, everybody's going to be down low or up top. The middle will wear away really, really fast, and we're gonna see just how wide these guys can make this track.
Yeah, Joseph Grandy started on the pole. He's got the lead. Isaac Salas moves up 1 to P2. Chris Cox made a little bit of contact with Salas. That moved Cox back to P3. James Ingram in that 40 machine, the driver out of Georgia, battling it out with the 12 car. That's Caden Berry, the driver out of New Hampshire, and drives sprint cars in real life. Justin Sick in the 015. He is in P6. Jake Henry battling out with Randall Dixon for P7 and 8 on lap 5 of 8. Let's go on board with that 518 and see how you get around Lanier. You can see him hugging that inside fence. A lot of throttle finesse. Coming into turn 3, you can see that middle, as Clayton alluded to, is already starting to wear out a little bit. Isaac Salas in P2, Chris Cox P3. James Ingram in the 40 machine. The driver out of Georgia's having a great night. He's up to P4. Caden Berry, he falls back 1 to P5. 1 to go. Justin Sick is in P6. Up front, Joseph Grandy pulling away from the field. Last lap. Grandy coming off of 4. Chris Cox trying to get underneath the 5 car. It will be Grandy, Salas, Cox, and Ingram, your top 4. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Cale Smith, Donald Ingram on the front row. Grant Wesley, Jordan LaFawn in row 2. Matt Grimm, Anthony Marfulio in row number 3. Jason Hines and Trent Curtis round out your field of 8 drivers. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Got a pretty stacked field, Clayton, in this one.
Yeah, Cale Smith, Grant Wesley, Jordan LaFawn, Matt Grimm, all heavy hitters. And who sits right in front of most of those? The 10 car.
Donald Ingram.
Donald Ingram. Fast around here. Just watched, I believe the 40 is Dad, correct?
That's accurate, yes.
Yeah, he started 5th in his heat race, picked up 1, so the Ingram boys got some speed here tonight. We'll see what they can do later on.
Yeah, we got a Navy front row with Cale Smith and Donald Ingram, actually. That's great to see. As Cale Smith takes the long, slow crawl into turn 3, green flag will come out. We will be underway off of turn 4. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out. We're underway. Cale Smith on the inside. Donald Ingram in the 10 on the outside. Smith hugs that fence on the inside. 10 car got a bit of a run, running that middle. That middle might start coming in. Maybe some of these cars will get off the bottom side. Donald Ingram, he's holding his own on that outside, running right above the slick. Kind of a cut down line there. Makes a little bit of contact. Jordan LaFawn in the 11 car, he may move up. South Carolina driver Cale Smith at the point. Indiana driver, that's Jordan LaFawn in P2. Donald Ingram out of Georgia in the 10 car. The 88 is Indiana driver Grant Wesley. So we got drivers from all over the United States, and our good friend Sean will run in the sprint cars from Tasmania later on tonight. Cale Smith holding his own as we go 2x2. 10 car, he may be losing a little bit running that high side. It may not be there and ready to go yet, as the 88 car of Grant Wesley works on his bottom side. Anthony Marvulio, the 238, is the first car on the outside looking in, watching this battle. As he hear him working the throttle, dives down low, tries to get underneath. That is your leader, and we are running with the 4th place car. You're off the throttle, it sounds like, just about as much as you're on the throttle. Donald Ingram fell all the way back to 6th. I did not see what happened, Clayton.
Yeah, I've had my eye on him. He's just kind of got stuck up top when LaFawn, Grant Wesley got around him. Then he made a little bit of contact with Anthony Marvulio exiting 4, and he shot up the track and had to let off the throttle. Fell back 2 more to 6th, and that's where he finishes at the line.
Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. Brandon Templeton, Michael Carter on the front row. Clay Christopherson, Randy Shreves in row 2. Bachman Sanders in 3. Michael Vitale and Luke Hines round out your field of 8 drivers. All right, leader 1.5 car length behind. Leader 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Kind of interested in this front row. Brandon Templeton does not run much, but he has won a bunch of races in coast to coast and here on Friday Night Lights with Michael Carter. Carter's about to take over the most wins ever in Friday Night Lights. He's put together a stack of wins in that CTM ride.
Yeah, that 15's fast, whether it starts in the front, middle, or back of a pack. He knows how to get through a field and quick doing it. He knows how to do it efficiently. He knows how to run up front for sure, as we see his win total in Friday Night Lights. I think him on the high side here is going to be a disadvantage, though. I see Templeton getting out in front of him and possibly protecting the bottom.
Green flag is out. We're underway. 15 car with a slight advantage. At the line, he's edging out the 31 car. 15 to the point. That's bad news for the rest of the field. Templeton falls back to P2. Randy Shreves in the 56 gets way to the outside. As the 51, he flashed a little bit there. That's Clay Christopherson in P4. Reed Sanders in the 4 machine, getting it done. He's in the P5, moved up 1. Samuel Bachman in the 007, battling it out with Michael Vitale in the 213. As always, thank Michael Vitale for his service to our country in the United States Air Force. Michael currently in P7. 15 car. Not quite checking out. The track is getting beat up early. This is going to be an interesting feature for sure. Clay Christopherson seems to stay on the inside of Randy Shreves. Templeton now, he closes back in on the 15 car of Carter. Templeton guides it down in, trying to get that 31 car to the point. Good run off by the 15 of Michael Carter on lap 6 of 8. Templeton moves up high. Shreves and Templeton up high. Carter with the quick way around. 15 car coming off of turn 2. Coming to 1 to go. Coming off of turn 4. Carter will take the white flag. Templeton P2. Shreves 3. Clay Christopherson in 4. Reed Sanders is going to battle it out with the 213 of Michael Vitale. So those two are going to go at it. Up front, Carter, Templeton, Shreves, Christopherson. Sanders holds off the 213 of Michael Vitale. 3 minutes of warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back. Brandon Templeton at the top of the board. Jordan Lafont, P2. Carter Salas Bachman, your top 5. See the Jordan Lafont fan club out there. Grandma Pete out there. Mitch Willis, thank you for tuning in. Cheering on Jordan as we get ready for the feature. Feature to the grid. Feature to the grid, please. Joseph Grandy, Cale Smith on the front row of the feature. Michael Carter, Isaac Salas in row number 2. Jordan Lafont, Brandon Templeton in 3. Chris Cox, Grant Wesley in 4. Chris Cox, Grant Wesley in 4. Randy Shreves, James Ingram in 5. Anthony Marfulio, Clay Christopherson in 6. Caden Berry, Matt Grimm in 7. Reed Sanders, Justin Sick in 8. Donald Ingram, Vitale in 9. Henry Haynes in 10. Bachman Dixon in 11. Curtis and Hines rounds out your full field of 25 drivers. All right, leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Got 25 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. See the Caden Berry fan club also in attendance tonight. As always, thank everybody for tuning in and cheering on your favorite driver. That's what this is all about. Love putting this on for the fans and the drivers alike. So Joseph Grandy will roll off in that 518. He's got Cale Smith to his outside. Again, we got 25 laps. Don't forget, coming up next, Pro Late Models, followed by the 305 Sprint Cars right here at Lanier tonight. Joseph Grandy coming out of turn 3. Pace truck is off. Looking for the green flag is the 518. Green flag is out. We are underway. It is side by side at the line. Grandy dives down low. Cale Smith on the outside. They are about even on the backstretch. That bottom may be going away a little bit. Cale Smith running above the slick. Yes, the caution comes out. Didn't see what happened there.
Oh, that's gonna be an EOL to one of our front guys, Clay Christofferson. Blinks out completely, pops right back up in front of Jason Haynes and the 111 of Randall Dixon.
So is that an EOL and his first warning?
Yes, it will be. Well, looking at it now.
This restart is on the leader. Leader, the exit of turn 4. Once the pace truck gets all the way off of the race surface, that is your cue to go. There's a yellow cone right there at pit entry. The first yellow cone is your go point. Good luck. There is the 518 of Joseph Grandy on that front row. Didn't quite get, gonna delay the caution here for a little bit. Cale Smith to his outside. Michael Carter and Isaac Salas. So everyone gets their position back. Your top 9 did not change in position. Lights are still on the pace truck. Isaac Salas in that 5-car Clayton's going to be tough, as is the 15. We all know the 115's tough, as is the 518.
Yeah, I think you could pick a winner, no doubt, out of the first 6 rows here tonight for the modified. So this is going to be a good one.
It's insane. Yeah, absolutely. Restart is on the leader. Joseph Grandy, pace truck is off. He's in the restart zone. Good restart by the 518. We do have 2 side-by-side restarts, and then we go single file as the 515 slides up inside his teammate. That's CTM Racing in the 15 and the 115. Cale Smith up high. Michael Carter down low. Isaac Salas in the 5-car. He's running back in P4. Jordan LaFawn still battling out on the inside in the 11-car with Brandon Templeton to his outside. Grant Wesley in the 88 is on the outside of the 515. So we're seeing 2 lanes start to form here. Anthony Marfulio is in P9. The 12-car of Caden Berry, he's up 2 from his start. Matt Grimm in the 91.
Yeah, you see what we talked about at the beginning of the night. The bottom is still sort of there. The middle is turned into a complete ice rink. So these guys either have to run the infield wall or the outfield or the outside, inside or outside walls here. So it's treacherous both ways. Well, looks like Joseph Grandy's able to hold off on the bottom and keep that going right now, making that the lane to be in right now. But it's very treacherous, and I think the more he runs it, the more the field behind him is going to see that. They're going to move up, get the top to come in, and possibly drive around him if Joseph's not careful.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see the 15 stay down there that long. And Michael Carter, Isaac Salas on the outside with the 115. Jordan LaFawn in the 11-car getting it done in front of the 31 of Brandon Templeton. 5-car forced up into the wall a little bit there. Yes, the 15 gets in that middle. Now he was on the outside. He's going to roll the middle. That's what you just talked about, Clayton, and Michael Carter's going to give it a go in the middle. On lap 9 of 25.
Yeah, I think I'm in the thousands as far as laps turned on the sim here at Lanier. This is where it all starts when you get your rookie license. These are one of one of the only ones you can run. I love Lanier. I've learned a lot about it over the years. Ooh, we've got contact up front. Jordan LaFawn. How about Grant Wesley with a slide job?
31 made contact with the 5 car. Michael Carter side by side with the 11. Carter is not going to let the 11 car, not going to give him any room to get to that outside. As the 88 running a slider line, the 31 tries to cross over. Templeton will cross over. Anthony Marfulio in the mix. Those two are going to go sliders back and forth. Jordan LaFawn sticking his nose on the rear bumper up the 518. Give Cale Smith the lead. Running the outside, driver out of South Dakota. Again, a prior Navy member. Like to thank Cale for his service to our country. Michael Carter, his teammate, in the 15. We're going to take it 3 wide. As the caution comes out, looks like possibly the 4 car of Reed Sanders. Oh, the 5 car, that was Salas, got into the outside wall. Let's go back and take a look if we can find the 5
11
car of Isaac Salas. I don't see him. He's
the 11 of Jordan LaFawn, right? Gave him the right rear. Just tight racing. Both of them trying to go for the same lane. Not sure if he, maybe he thought he was clear, but Isaac stuck to the top as best as he could. Jordan LaFawn just kept coming up, put him in the wall, and then caused the contact with the 5 and the 238. That's going to be a tough break. Jordan LaFawn all the way up to 4th.
Yeah, as the 5 car gets into that outside wall, makes a little bit of contact with the 238, and that put him into the wall for good. Replays tonight brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. Looks like the 11 car with the EOL for contact with the 5. We'll take a quick look at the point. Joseph Grandy Michael Carter first in points. Caden Berry moves up to 2. Chris Cox, Christofferson, and Grant Wesley are your top 5 at the quarter way. So Cale Smith takes over the lead. His teammate, the 15 car of Michael Carter in P2. I thought we should have went single file that time by. We will hopefully not have to worry about it here. As Cale Smith, he was liking the outside. He's on the inside. His teammate, Michael Carter, on his outside. He could have squeezed up there, but it would have been a squeeze. 115 down low, 15 up high. Good exit by Cale Smith. He had room. He decides to stay down low. Cale Smith, Michael Carter battling it out. Driver out of Virginia and South Dakota teammates, the CTM boys, going at it up front. Joseph Grandy is on the outside looking in at these two. Brandon Templeton and the 88 car of Grant Wesley sending it in up high. Caden Berry in the 12, he's up 8 from his starting position, as is the 91 of Matt Grimm. Grandy all over the rear bumper of the 115. They make contact. Templeton makes contact with the 115. Let's take a look. Templeton running the high side. Templeton running the high side, stayed right up against the fence. Looks like the 115, the call from race control with the EOL, goes into the real pit entry there. Bad break for the 115, led most of the race. Currently on lap 19 of 25. Move the 115 to the back of the field. The only good news is the lead transfers over to his teammate. That is the 15 and prior champion Michael Carter, with Grandy, Templeton, Berry, and Grimm. Cars are staying double file. I thought I set it up to go single file.
Oh, we're staying. Did you say we're staying double?
No, single is fine.
Okay.
I must have messed up the setup.
It's all good. They're going single file this time. They just asked, with it being such a small track.
Yeah, I messed that up, I guess. So we'll have to keep an eye on that in the pro late models because the two races are set up the same. So we will go single file. Lights are on the pace truck. Again, Carter, Grandy, Templeton, Barry, Grimm. Cale Smith still in the pits as Isaac Salas may have disconnected. I think he did. Up front, Michael Carter on lap 18 of 25. Pace truck is off, as is the 15 of Michael Carter, and he gets a great restart on that high side. Joseph Grandy committed to the bottom. He's going to try to keep that 518 down low. Brandon Templeton following in the tire tracks of that 15 of Michael Carter. Caden Berry up high, running behind Templeton. Grant Wesley up there. Matt Grimm sticks that 91 car against that bottom shelf right around the inside wall. Joseph Grandy, Clayton, that 518 car on the bottom. As the caution comes back out. I am surprised at the 518 given the 15 battle on the inside.
Yeah, it looks like the 56 of Randy Shreves just makes a little bit of contact. And that's all it took for Justin Sick to get loose and shoot down to the bottom and collect, I believe, the 10 of Donald Ingram as well. Randy Shreve's going to go to the back. Man, I think we've had 3 or 4 top 10, top 5 guys just make a simple mistake and go to the back here. Shaking up the field a little bit, bringing up some guys that have made some progress but haven't had enough time. These guys are starting to make their way to the front. Good points nights for a lot of these guys tonight. But, man, some heavy hitters making some mistakes, that's for sure.
Yeah, 5 laps to go when we go back green, so we will see what happens up front. As we know, the 15 car of Carter is a tough customer when he gets in the front of the field. I'm interested in seeing the 518 of Joseph Grandy, who has that bottom working. He's able to work, getting good exits off the corner, pulling up even with the 15 car. As the pace truck pulls off, we are back underway. Michael Carter with a good restart. 518 will dive down low. Templeton stays up high. Caden Berry up high. Grant Wesley up high. Michael Carter, he saw that 518 apparently below him. Michael Carter's going to go down low as Templeton now will battle it out for P2. On lap 23 of 25, they're side by side. Templeton on the high side. Can he get up and challenge the 15 of Michael Carter? There is grip up there. Templeton, Caden Berry, Grant Wesley, Matt Grimm, all banging the high side right on the edge of the cushion. The 15 car down low. Carter has now committed to the bottom. He slides up. Carter and Wesley down low.
We're going to go caution.
One lap to go. That was the finish. Carter, Templeton, Berry, your top 3. Joseph Grandy, Grant Wesley round out your top 5. We'll get a word with your top 3 here. Top 3 start finish line. Top 3 start finish line, please. Thank you, fellas. Don't forget to go up for your interviews. Get a word with Caden Berry first. Caden Berry moved up 10 from his starting position to park that 12 car into a podium finish. Caden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yep.
Hey, man, great run on a short track here. You moved up 10 from your starting position. How'd you get up through the field?
I was running up the top, committed with everyone else up there, and I believe Isaac Salas hit the wall about like 3 times up there, and I just started getting a little bit more uncomfortable on the outside. So I just ran the bottom, and then I seen quite a big of a wreck there, so I was like, it paid off, and it felt good.
Yeah, man, you guys, you, Templeton, Grant Wesley, and Matt Grimm at the end, man, you guys were hitting that top line absolutely perfect. The 15 car found a little bit of traction late race on that bottom, was able to hold you off. You moved up last week, too, to second in the points behind Michael Carter. So you didn't close in on him this week, but you also didn't fall back much. Great run by the 12 car. Who do you want to thank for your drive to victory lane?
I want to thank Adam's Auto Care. I also want to thank Turn Graphics and Zeus Motorworks and ZMAX. I also want to thank the Berry family, the Marku family, and the Ryder family, and CC out there for watching.
All right, man, we're going to see you the rest of the night?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, good luck.
Thank you.
Brandon Templeton drives the 31 machine up 4 positions, finishes in P2. My great friend Brandon Templeton, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, great run. You were up there with some stacked field early and drove the 31 up to P2. How'd you get through the field?
Well, for the most part, I was just sticking to the high side, just sitting there when we gridded, looking at all the cars ahead of me. There was nobody you could look at and say, okay, that's going to be a pass. It was absolutely, I kind of expected to just hopefully hold position at most. And so, a few incidents happened there and able to jump on some mistakes and work my way up there. But yeah, that high side was freaking flying, and a lot of those guys didn't know it yet. Even another lap or two, I think might have had something for Michael there, but he probably would have slid up if not for those wreck cars in the last lap anyway. But great race, hats off to him. He didn't make mistakes, and a lot of fun.
Yeah, you and Caden Berry, Grant Wesley, Matt Grimm, you guys were right up on that cushion lap after lap. It bit a few cars early, but man, you guys look good on that high side. Great run by the 31 machine. Who would you like to thank for your drive to a podium finish? Almost gave you the win.
Hey, I would take it. No, I got to thank Jay with Dirt Track Bank, Malvern Bank, everything they're doing, for us in the league, with the Dash for Cash, supporting you and the charity we did and on all that. Just hats off, amazing. Can't thank Jay enough, and everyone there. You with Go At Your Six Racing Network, putting this on, doing the Friday Night Lights, Hammer Down Racing Team, Extreme Images, Big C's Lawn Care, Maley's Makery, everyone watching at home. Thanks.
Yeah, I know you got the girls at home. You going to ride it out the rest of the night, or is that it? One and done?
I might try to jump in the Pro Late models here. We'll see.
All right, man. Great run, and congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. 15 car, Michael Carter, always a tough customer no matter what track we're at. Michael, this is Joe. You got me?
Sir.
Man, the reigning 358 modified champion, actually, you backed that up tonight. Your teammate run into a little bit of problems. However, that 15 car got to the point. You went down low late. I was kind of surprised. Right before you did that, we were watching the 518 of Grandy. He was pulling even with you on the bottom side while you were running up high. Is that the reason why you went down low?
I'm more comfortable on the bottom there, and I've actually won a lot of races there on the bottom versus guys up top. So I just stick to what I knew, and I knew Templeton was fast up there. When you run that bottom like that, you got to slide out towards the wall, so it kind of cuts their momentum off. So I knew if I could just hit the marks right, and didn't make any mistakes, I can hold them off there. It was tough though.
Yeah, man, this is your first win. I was surprised when I looked back in 358s this year. but you're still first in the points, man. It is always a pleasure to watch that 15 car. So smooth, man, and you made it look pretty easy. So great run by that 15. Who do you want to thank for your drive to victory lane?
As always, I gotta thank you guys here. Friday Night Lights, you do a fantastic job. GY6RN, Dirt Track Bank, just everybody's a part of this. Race control. Clayton, I forgot the name you told me, but thank you guys. I really
Elite.
appreciate it. Elite.
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys. You do a great job. Everybody watching. My dad's out there watching. Hey, Pop. Appreciate it. I gotta thank CTM Motorsports, Kale Smith, Travis Anderson, Randy Carter Payne, my father, Redline Race Designs, and it's everybody watching. All you guys got a part of this. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, Randy Carter Painting. I hear that more times than I ever thought I would. I hear Randy Carter Painting every weekend that we come out here, every Friday night. So I don't know. Maybe he'll drive when I get to Western or Eastern Tennessee if I need some painting done. Maybe we'll pay him extra to drive out there.
Heck yeah, give us a call anytime.
Great run, my brother. You gonna run the rest of the night?
Yeah, I'll be in the pros. I'm not sure about the sprint yet, but I'll definitely be there next one.
Right on, man. Good luck.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There are the 358 Modifieds putting on a great show for you. I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will be with the Pro Late Models right here at Lanier. Almost forgot where we're at, but right back here at Lanier. We'll be right back.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it, because I didn't want to look internally. I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back. And every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose, and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars are going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage, and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league, engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they can get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is just something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity, and purpose.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Pro late models out on the track. While we wait, you can see Jordan LaFawn at the top of the board with a 13.345. Let's get a quick word with one of our drivers here. If I can find him, there he is. Let's get a word with Randall Dixon. I'm trying my darndest here. Randall, this is Joe in the booth. You got me? Randall Dixon, Joe in the booth. You got me? So apparently that's a no. Let's see, maybe Grant Wesley will talk to us. Grant, this is Joe in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, great run in the 358s. What are you looking for out of these pro late models?
I'm kind of hoping I can rip off a good time on qualifying. That's going to help a lot. Track position's pretty important around here. But I think we're looking at he'll probably go top side, and hey, this is a pretty racy track. The bottom's always there, so I think you're going to see some pretty good racing.
Yeah, man, you guys were right up on the cushion in the 358s, and man, that was something to watch. Is that kind of your plan here at in the pro late models?
Yeah, I always prefer the top side if it's there, so I would say it's likely I'll be up there at some point. But like I also said, the bottom's always here around this track, so just depends on what they give me, you know?
Yeah, man, good luck.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah. Let's try Randall Dixon again in the 111 car. Randall, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we just got done talking to your teammate. What are you looking at in that 111 in the pro late models?
I'm just trying to hold on for dear life. I don't know this car really that good. So
yeah, your 10th quick. Your 10th quick so far. So it looks like you figured something out. You plan on running the top or the bottom?
I have no idea yet.
Just get out and follow.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. These things are tight going in. Just keep that in mind as you probably found out. You get that 111 to the front.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Have a great night.
You too, sir.
That is Randall Dixon, the driver of the 111 car. As you heard, he's not sure where he's going. Let's grab somebody else here. We do have just a few minutes left. Jason Henry, this is Joe in the booth. You got me?
How you doing, Joe?
I'm well, man. What are you looking for in that 171 ride?
Oh, I don't usually run these late models, so I'm just hoping to get around the track decent, not get into too many people, nice clean race, and hopefully go move forward.
Yeah, man, we've been watching you for a few weeks now, and that 171's getting better and better. Before you know it, you'll be right up at the front. So you're going to ride around and follow someone and find that line is the plan.
Yes, sir.
All right,
learn the lines.
That's what it's all about. You want to get better, you got to race better, and we got plenty of great drivers in Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. So good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, man. That was the driver of the 171. As we're getting ready to get the cars off the track, get the show underway. All drivers, clear the track, please. All drivers, clear the track. All right, fellas, welcome to week 4. Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. Sanders Racing brings you the pro late models. Remember, no interview or no photo after a podium finish. You'll get an EOL next week. Bring out 2 cautions in any race, be it a heat or a feature. You will be DQ'd from that division for the night. Intentional contact is never allowed at any time. Before, after, if you're on the track, intentional contact will not be tolerated. You will receive a suspension. The protest process. If we missed something during the race, our protest folder was not working last week. So if we missed something, please send me a private message on Discord, and we will take a look at that review. Call outs on Discord or any social media to fellow drivers in Gears Unlimited Friday Nights, to staff of Friday Night Lights. There are absolutely zero toleration for call-outs. We get it. You're drivers. It can get kind of upsetting when bad things happen. We ask that you take some time to cool off before you send a message or or talk on the mic during a race, as that can lead to a suspension. Incidents do count against your overall points, so those will be subtracted in the end. And once a caution comes out, the field is frozen. You are not going to increase your position. The field is frozen. We ask that you back off the throttle, slow down, get it under control. All you're going to do is wreck yourself or somebody else if you do not do that. So that's all I got. Any questions, comments, or concerns? None heard. I wish you all the best of luck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to get the pro late models out on track. Tonight's Quick Time Award brought to you by CTM Motorsports. $10 on the line. That is cumulative throughout the season. That will be paid to the drivers. If you win 5 quick times, you get $50 in week 13. Joseph Grandy out on track in the 518. Grandy got his quick time this week in the 358s. Let's see if he can repeat in the pro late models. This is our 4th race in the pro late models. Takes a little bit of getting used to. Had some great racing in the 358 modifieds. Grandy coming off of turn 4. Chris Cox, top of the board, 13.352. Joseph Grandy, 4th quick, 51 of Clay Christopherson. 11th quick, 13.686. Michael Vitale in the 213, out on track. Jeffrey Kemper to the top of the board, 13.349 for the 181, the driver out of Oregon. See if Jeff is still out on track. No, he shuts it down. Jake Henry, we talked to him. 15th quick, 13:8:44. Samuel Bachman is with us in the 007 ride as he gets ready to take time for his first lap. Coming off of turn 4. 17th quick, 13:6:24. Jason Hines, driver out of Canada in the 66, out on track. Coming off of turn 4, stuck to the bottom there. 14th quick, 15th quick for Hines. Justin Sick in the 015, currently 8th quick. Coming off of turn 4, 015 on the hammer. Can he improve? Third quick, 13:3:54 for the 015 of Justin Sick. And that will do it for qualifying.
Well, we've got Jordan LaFawn and David Tormashki coming.
Yeah, I see that. My apologies. I had it covered up here. Jordan LaFawn in the 11 car. He was quickest in practice. Driver out of Indiana, out on track, coming off of turn 4. Can Jordan LaFawn capture the CTM Quick Time Award? On the back stretch, coming through 3 and 4 on the bottom side, coming off of turn 4. LaFawn gets a little bit loose, may have tapped the wall. No time on his first lap. LaFawn's going to have to make the second lap count in that 11 machine. Got a little bit loose off of 4 last time by, coming off turn 4. 22nd quick with a 13:7:28. David Tormachi rounded out the field. Heat 1 to the grid. Heat 1 to the grid, please. Jeff Kemper, Caden Barry on the front row. Grant Wesley, Kurt Schatzer in row 2. Donald Ingram, Clay Christopherson in 3. Samuel Bachman, Jordan LaFawn in 4. David Tormachi rounds out your field of 9 drivers. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 1. Jeffrey Kemper in the 181 with the CTM Quick Time Award tonight. Congratulations. Leader, going to need you to stay 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Last I checked, everybody heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Yeah, I think we have everybody going to the feature, Clayton. I'm not real certain.
I'll do a quick count for you.
Green flag is out. We are underway. Caden Barry on the outside. They're going to beat and bang. Jeff Kemper down low. The 181 and the 12 car. Yikes, that's close. This is a close field. Kurt Schatzer, the 218 car, he gets on that outside. Grant Wesley moves up. Kurt Schatzer, now Donald Ingram in the 10 car. He's on the bottom side. Don't look now. Here comes the 11 of Jordan LaFawn. LaFawn throws it in the middle. LaFawn now looking to take over P4. Pulls up to the rear bumper of the 10 car, makes a little bit of contact, sends the 11 car out wide. LaFawn will try to battle back. Caden Barry takes over the lead. Barry, Wesley, as the caution comes out. Hate to see that. Seeing the 218. Oh, net code bad right there. Caden Barry takes over the lead. Grant Wesley P2. Let's take a quick look at the points as we have made it the 1/3 away. Grant Wesley is your points leader, followed by Cox, LaFawn, Barry, and Shreves. So the youngster out of New Hampshire at the front of the field. Jordan LaFawn will get his repair. A little bit of net code, made contact with the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. That will move Schatzer back to P8. We will extend the caution. Everybody does pay to race. That got your Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. So we do our best to allow these cars to get back on the track. So we are waiting for Jordan LaFawn. Hopefully it's not a extended stay on pit road.
Yeah, this whole field, you have to expect the contact and the rough race, and this whole field qualified within 4/10 of each other. So these guys are most definitely putting it all on the line right now. Tough break for LaFawn in that 11, very fast late model driver, and to see netcode like that off of somebody with that much talent, it's unfortunate for him.
See the 11 car pulling out of the pits right now, so we will get ready to go green with the youngster out of New Hampshire on the front row with Grant Wesley behind him on lap 5 of 8. Pace truck is off. Caden Berry with a great restart. Grant Wesley runs the bottom with Berry. Jeffrey Kemper, he's up to P3 after falling back from the pole. 10 car of Donald Ingram in P4. Top 4 getting away from the field a little bit. 007 of Samuel Bachman is in P5. Up front, Berry handling his own against the 88. One of the best pro late model drivers on the sim, in my personal opinion. That's the 88 car of Grant Wesley pulling into the rear bumper of Caden Berry on the last lap. Berry, 2 corners to go. Gets through 3, coming off of 4. Berry leading Wesley. It will be Berry, Wesley, Kemper, Ingram, Bachman. Your top 5. After the incident, Jordan LaFawn was able to move up a few. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Chris Cox, Cale Smith on the front row. Grandy Ingram in row 2. Jason Hines is on the inside of Randall Dixon in row number 3. Jake Henry with Anthony Marfulio to his outside in row number 4. All right, drivers, welcome to heat number 2. Leader 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. 8 laps to get it done. Race hard. Race clean. Put on a great show. Good luck. Boy, these cars get around this track in a big hurry, Clayton. Kind of interested to see the 305 sprint cars here.
Yeah, I think the only sprint car I've ever slung around here is the 410, and that was absolute chaos. So I'm sure the 305s are dialed down a little bit easier to drive for sure. But
305s handle real good. I've driven the 305 quite a bit here as a pace truck. Exit. My apologies, Clayton. The green flag is out. Chris Cox takes the lead over Cale Smith. Chris Cox out of Des Moines, Iowa, gets a great run off of 2. Smith in P2. Grandy 3. James Ingram with Hines to his inside in the 66. Looks like Haynes. I think I change each time I say his name. I think I change how I pronounce it every time. As Chris Cox still leads the field. Cale Smith P2, Grandy 3. James Ingram having a great night in the 40 machine. Oh, 115 gets loose. Can the rest of the field get by? They almost did. A pileup on the front stretch. Let's take a look. My goodness. Looks like the 518 of Grandy. I don't know if he got into the back of the 115.
Oh, we've got netcode off the front end of Joseph Grandy causing this, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm way back, and that's kind of what I saw also. Tonight's replay brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank out of Malvern, Iowa. Pretty cool bank. All they do for real racing back in Iowa, Missouri area. They actually have a late model that they drive for the bank. They have been absolutely wonderful. Never stepped foot in the bank. Opened account with the Dirt Track Bank. Kind of cool having a debit card with a late model on it. So. Tonight, Pro Late Models brought to you by Sanders Racing. I'd like to thank Reed for coming on board and sponsoring the Pro Late Models. Greatly appreciated. None of this is possible without sponsors, so greatly appreciated. Also, if you're out there in the audience, you know of somebody that might want to play a promo or sponsor Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, please have them get a hold of us. We would love to highlight their company here on Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. Be it a promo or a decal or however they want to contribute would be absolutely amazing. Lights are off the pace truck, getting ready to go green. Chris Cox, Cale Smith, 1-2. Randall Dixon now in P3. On lap 4 of 8, pace truck is off, as is the 515. 115 in P2. Great restart by Chris Cox. You can see damage on that 115. We'll see how that plays into this. Randall Dixon in the 111. We talked to him pre-race. That car's a little bit beat up also, as is the 66. Anthony Marfulio, he slides the 238 in. Driver out of New Hampshire. Got a little damage. There's a lot of damage in the field here as Jake Henry, he's got a straight car. Coming to 1 to go, Chris Cox with a second lead over Cale Smith. Chris Cox will take the white flag in the 515. Makes it through 1 and 2 clean. 2 more corners to navigate for the 515. Previous Gears Unlimited Friday Night Light champion, Chris Cox, coming off at turn 4, will win the heat, followed by Cale Smith, Jason Haynes, Randall Dixon, Marv Julio, Grandy, Ingram, and Henry. Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. Justin Sick, Michael Carter on the front row. Butch Baker, Brandon Templeton in row 2. Trent Curtis, Randy Shreves in 3. Michael Vitale and Luke Hines rounds out your field of 8 drivers. All right, leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everybody heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. So the 015 of Justin Sick is on the inside of the 15. That is Michael Carter, your reigning Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights champion in the limited late models. This is our first year with going with the pro late models. That was at the request of the drivers. The 97 car of Butch Baker is on the inside of row number 2. Representative of Venom Racing. I would like to thank Venom Racing. Been with us since the beginning. Michael Carter takes over the lead in that 15 machine. Justin Sick right to his rear bumper. Brandon Templeton on the bottom side. Looks like the 15s are going to battle it out. Justin Sick to the outside. Trying to get a run off at turn 4. Nothing doing that time by. Slides into turn 1 and 2. Kind of a shallow slider line. Can't make the pass. Loses ground to the 15. Brandon Templeton in P3. Butch Baker in the 97. The Venom Racing driver is up to P4. Is falling back to P4. The 151 of Trent Curtis in the field. think this is his first week actually in that 151, up to P5, and Michael Vitale trying to track him down. Let's go on board with the 151. See what it looks like. There are your top 4. Yes, Trent Curtis trying to get it done in that 151 machine. Lap 6 of 8, Michael Carter. Now he's pulling away from Justin Sick just a little bit. Top 4 evenly spread. Trent Carter, Vitale. Everyone knows to tail as the 56 of Randy Shreves throws a slider in there. Coming to 1 to go. Michael Carter, Justin Sick, Brandon Templeton. Templeton moves up. See if there's anything on the top shelf to get some traction out of that 31 car. Coming off of turn 4, Michael Carter with the win, followed by Sick, Templeton, Baker, Curtis, Vitale, Randy Shreves, and Luke Hines. B-Main to the grid, B-Main to the grid. Not even sure how many cars are going home out of this, Clayton. Let's see. 12 to the feature.
I counted 25, so it looks like we got 1 out of the B main going home.
Bachman Marvulio on the front row. Curtis LaFon in 2. Grandy Vitale in 3. Schatzer Ingram in 4. Randy Shreves and Clay Christopherson in 5. Jake Henry, Luke Hines. David Torbachi rounds out your field of 13 drivers. All right, fellas, welcome to the B main. You got 10 laps to get it done. 1 car heading home. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. So there is 1 going home after this. David Tormachi, the driver out of Billings, Montana in the 313, is currently on the bubble on the outside looking in. Green flag is out. We are underway. Samuel Bachman on the inside of the 238. This is not a race that you want to make a mistake in. I think I would get somewhere and run comfortable. Jordan LaFon now in the 11 car, going to battle it out with the 238. LaFon to the point. Run in the middle. Slider coming. Makes it stick. LaFon to the point. Marfulio P2. Bachman battling it out with Trent Curtis. Trent Curtis in the 151. Curtis on the bottom side. Vitale sneaks by on the high side. The 518 of Joseph Grandy is the first car. He's running that middle. Michael Vitale on the outside. Curtis still on the inside. We're going to go 3 wide here. Vitale in the middle. They drive through it. I'm surprised we did not get a caution. Kurt Schatzer in the 218. In P7, contact from the 51. Able to hold on to it as Clay Christopherson battling it out with James Ingram in the 40 machine. Randy Shreves in the 56. Luke Hines in the 17 in the back battling it out. Now Jake Henry in the 171 is on the outside looking in at a feature start currently as LaFon is pulling away from the field. LaFon, Marjulio, Bachman, we're still 3 wide. Bachman, Vitale, Grandy. This is 4P3. Clayton, I think I'm just going to go ahead and let those cars go by and run in the back. If you wreck right here, you're not going to the feature.
Yeah, that's on one hand, and then on the other one, you know, we've seen these cars on a fixed setup on a short track like this. Man, there's not a lot of opportunities for passing unless you're just throwing haymakers and upsetting half the field. Track position's key, so it's kind of 6 to 1, half dozen to the other. But these guys have been running 3 wide since the green flag waved, and they're still got to be 3 wide here off of 4.
LaFont, Marvulio, Bachman, they're in a group. Grandy, Vitale, Schatzer. Looks like Jake Henry in the 171 will head home. 3 minutes of warm up. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear Till Valhalla Project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. We are just wrapping up warm-ups, getting ready for a 25-lap feature with a full field. Brandon Templeton at the top of the board in warm-ups, followed by Cale Smith, Grant Wesley, Kurt Schatzer. Michael Carter, your top 5. Feature to the grid, please. Caden Berry, Chris Cox on the front row, Carter Wesley, row 2. Smith and Sick in row 3, Kemper on the inside of Hines, Templeton on the inside of Ingram in row number 5. Dixon on the inside of Baker, LaFond, Marfulio in row 7, Bachman Grandy in 8, Vitali Schatzer in 9, Ingram Curtis in 10, Clay Christopherson, Randy Shreves in row 11, Luke Hines, David Tormachi round out your field of 24 drivers. All right, drivers, welcome to the feature. 25 laps to get it done. Leader going to need you to be 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everyone else, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you once you get the one to go. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. So Caden Berry and Chris Cox on the front row. Grant Wesley in row number 2 with Justin Sick. I'm waiting for Michael Carter in row 2. I'm waiting for the 015 of Justin Sick to break out. He's going to have a race here before too long. I've raced with him in a couple of official races. He can will a late model, so I'm looking for that 015. This is his 3rd week with us, I believe. So I'm looking for that 015 driver out of New York, I believe, to break out. Meanwhile, up front, Caden Berry will bring us to the green flag. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out. We are underway. Berry and Cox on the front row. Barry will go down low. Boy, he came close to that inside wall. Chris Cox with the crossover. Put the 515 driver of Des Moines, Iowa, coming off at turn 4. It will be Chris Cox at the line. Michael Carter, P3. Cale Smith in the 115. Grant Wesley. Justin Sick as the caution comes out. I did not see the caution. SDK is very laggy. So Chris Cox to the point on lap 3 of 25. Caden Berry falls back 1. Again, I did not see the caution. We'll wait for Clayton to clue us in on what happened with the caution.
Yeah, looking at it right now, Jordan LaFawn washes up, and I believe the 518 here of Joseph Grandy gets in behind him. Clips his right rear. Yeah, clips his right rear. Jordan LaFawn sends Samuel Bachman down and through the pits here. So through a caution, let him get back out there and go at it again.
Green flag is out. Chris Cox on the point. Caden Berry on the high side. We saw him work that high side in the 358 modifieds to a podium finish. Michael Carter in the 15 car. He's working the bottom. Berry on the outside. The 115, that's Cale Smith. He's running the middle. Kind of a middle to cut down. As Berry closes in to the tail bumper of the 15, closed in a big hurry. Justin Sick in the 015. He's on the high side. Justin Sick will make a pass up the 88. That is Grant Wesley up front. Chris Cox, we got contact. Will they make it through? Michael Carter is able to cover. Cale Smith recovers. They are back at it. They lost positions as the caution comes out. I see this time I got something. The 17 car, there's the, right there, the 213. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, our replays are not good tonight. SDK is not picking up replays very well. The 515 of Chris Cox on the point. Justin Sick moves up 4. Put the 015 in P2. Michael Carter is up there. You see Bachman going by in the 007.
Yeah, he never got passed by the leader, but scoring when he shot down pit road got a big old iRacing glitch. Take a look at what happens here. Oh, the 97 comes up in front of I believe Kurt Schatzer here.
As Clayton's going over the replay here, it will be Chris Cox and Justin Sick on the front row. We will extend the caution here for further reviews. Kurt Schatzer will be sent to the end of the longest line. Chris Cox, good restart on the bottom. Michael Carter in tow. Justin Sick has found the outside, the 015 car. He sends it. Coming off of turn number 4. Sick heading towards the lead. Chris Cox down low, won't be long. Everyone will follow. Monkey see, monkey do here as the 015 on the outside takes over the lead. Chris Cox still on the bottom side. Now Chris Cox thinks about going up high. Can't quite get in behind Sick. The 15 of Michael Carter's in P3. He's running on the bottom side as we go 3 wide. Not sure how the 515 got up there. Slider from Chris Cox. Crossover from Justin Sick. Now the slider's going to come from the 015 to Sick. Yikes! 3 wide coming off a 4. That was close. 3 wide coming off a 2. Your top 3 side by side, lap after lap. How long can this go?
Oh, by the looks of it, until the checkered flag is what these guys are going to do. A bunch of 15s up there. We've got the 015, the 15, the 515, the 115, and then the 66 of Jason Hines poking his nose, making a run towards the front as well.
This is absolutely amazing. I'm kind of afraid to take the camera off the front. Chris Cox falls back now as Justin Sick on the high side. Pulls up alongside the 15 of Michael Carter. Carter has got that bottom working all night. Sick into the wall. As is the 66. Cale Smith in the 115. We're side by side by side. What a race so far.
Yeah, Justin Sick needs to get back up to the wall. That's where he was fastest. Oh, the 66.
66 of Haynes was having a great race. Templeton on the bottom side. Templeton with the slide job gets up in front, and Haynes does not check up.
Oh, it looks like he gets loose.
Templeton saves it.
And then
Haynes,
Netcode picks up the front or the rear of Templeton.
Haynes into the 51 and the 181 after that. It was on after that.
I need a little bit better camera angle here.
We'll let Clayton do his stuff as Michael Carter, your reigning Pro Late Model champion, is on the point with Justin Sick, moving up to P2, up 4 from his start. Green flag is back out. Carter on the point. Justin Sick in P2. Justin Sick was running that high side. I agree with you, Clayton. He needs to get that 015 back on that cushion as the 115 is doing. That 015 was super quick on the high side. Chris Cox slides up in front of the 115 of Cale Smith. Cale Smith is able to make the pass. Templeton now in the battle as your front 2, Justin Sick and Michael Carter on lap 18 of 25. These 2 are going at it, as are Chris Cox and Cale Smith. Brandon Templeton finds the high side. Caden Berry finds the high side. Grant Wesley finds the high side. We have seen this before. Jeffrey Kemper, Jordan LaFawn is up 4 to P9. Clay Christopherson in the mellow yellow 51 is up 11 from his starting position. He's running the bottom. Caden Berry closes in on the rear of the 88 in a big hurry. Oh! Do they drive away from that?
They do.
Michael Carter still at the front of the field. Saw some contact. Big body cars can make contact. The 313 is lap traffic. Will that impede the field? 313, those are the leaders. Hold your line. 313, those are the leaders. Hold your line. Caution comes out. Randall Dixon involved. What a wild show so far.
Oh, I have never in my life of race controlling, broadcasting, sim racing in total, I have never seen a late model blow up on the backstretch. But
The
Randall Dixon,
111 just blew up. I was just going to, as you were saying that, it just poof, done.
and that folks is why you run Chevy and not Ford Motors.
111 coming off of turn 2. You'll see a puff of smoke. There it is, and he's done. I have not seen that either. Huh. Michael Carter at the front of the field on lap 23 of 25. Carter, Sick, Cox, Smith, Templeton, your top 5.
This is going to be a race. If Justin Stick wants to win, he's got to get up top. There's no doubt about it. Michael Carter probably going to protect it, but Justin Stick has to get up and run the wall.
He's not. He's going to stay down low. You're not going to pass the 15 by running the same line that he is. Sick in tow behind Michael Carter. Now Cale Smith is going to go up high. Cale Smith is going to give that high line a try on lap 24 of 25. Chris Cox in a solid P3. Michael Carter up front pulling away from Justin Sick. Chris Cox in P3. Coming to 1 to go. Carter, Sick, Cox, 1, 2, 3. Michael Carter, 2 corners to go. Coming off of turn 4. 15 car. Michael Carter, Justin Sick, Cox, Smith, Templeton are your top 5. Top 3 start finish line, please. Top 3 start finish line. That was good stuff.
Absolutely. Through and through the whole field. I mean, everybody was putting on battles and putting up great runs. I will be right back.
We will get a word with your top 3 here. All right, fellas, that'll work. Don't forget to go to Discord for your interviews. We will get a word with your top 3. What a show these guys put on. If I can find them here. I see Chris Cox in the waiting room here. And that's who we need a word with. So we will bring up the 515 of Chris Cox. Chris, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Man, great run. It was absolutely insane from up in the booth out there. Walk us through your night.
Well, I figured out the line at the beginning and kind of checked out. Kind of just counted on everybody slowing each other up back there, and then kind of just lost the line. Couldn't figure out what it was. It's just kind of the hard thing about being in the lead is you just don't know where the line is because you can't read any of the other cars. Got second and third caught up to me. We had a little fun with some sliders and some 3 wide action, and then kind of figured out the line and just filed back in third, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, man, you came into the night second in points ahead of or behind Grant Wesley, and he finished P6. So all in all, a great night in points for that 515, man. Great run. Who do you want to thank for your drive to a podium finish?
I'd like to thank MJC Desktop Fabrications, Top Secret, and Cox Gaming.
We going to see you in the sprint cars?
Yep.
Right on, man. Good luck.
Hopefully not killing myself, but yep.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, Clayton, you back with us?
Yes, sir, I am. Gonna pull up Justin Sick here. Justin Sick is Clayton up at the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, 6 to second for you. That last restart. I don't know if you saw me in my little broadcaster's uniform in the infield, but I was pointing the sticks to the wall trying to get you to go up. Man, it looked like the only way you were gonna get around. And honestly, the fastest you looked was when you were running the wall up top, making it work up there, man. Did you have anything for Michael Carter on that last restart?
You know, I was just talking to him in there before you guys pulled me up, and you know, I think I restarted fourth on one of those restarts, and so you know, being on the outside, I hit that top, and I knew it was good. I was like, yeah, it's on now. So yeah, it was really good. You know, the yellows kind of hurt me in the long run. Those restarts with the slider battles, man, that was the most fun I've had in a long time. And I always tell people, you know, like it's possible to do that kind of stuff without killing each other. You know, it's you just got to use your head. And you know, those two guys that were around me, man, like they're good guys. And you know, respect to them. Congrats to Michael. But no, he was on the bottom, man. I had nothing for him. I tried it, and the car just kept wanting to come around, even if I was like 25% throttle. It just wasn't working.
Yeah, man. Who do you got to think on that 015 tonight?
You know, the HCM Motorsports guys, you know, they're great over there. Elite Performance, Laffler Construction, my fiance, you guys here at Friday Night Lights for giving us something to do on Friday, and you know, the guys broadcasting so we can go back and watch it. It's been a pleasure tonight, guys.
Yeah, man. We'd love to have you. Are we going to see you in the 305s?
No, sir.
Alrighty. Well,
not even a hesitation.
No, no.
You enjoy your weekend, Justin. We'll see you next Friday.
Yep, absolutely, guys. Have a good one.
Michael Carter drives the 15 to back-to-back victories. He moves up 2 from his starting position. Michael, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, that was fun to watch. How was it from the seat?
It was pretty hectic there in the beginting. It was I don't know, man. I seen them throwing them sliders back and forth, and I was holding on for dear life on the bottom, and I mean, it played out in our favor. You know, we had a couple cautions there, and it definitely helped out for sure.
Yeah, man. As I told you, I think it was last season when I was looking up the results back when we were Icon Sim Sports Friday Night Lights, that that 15 car finished on the podium way back then when we first started. I got to tell you, man, and you are a big part of this. We have come so far, and it is all 100% because of the drivers, man. What a show you put on in that 15 car. You and Justin Sick battling it out. I'm just not certain it gets any better, man. I am a huge Michael Carter fan. Love to watch you guys run. And yeah, I really enjoy being up here in the booth and getting to witness this. It's absolutely amazing. And when I look back at where we came from, man, I thank you for riding with us. Coming up, we're over a year now. So, man, that's absolutely amazing. Thank you for that, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us, man. It's been a blast. It's been fun being a part of this and watching it grow, and I continue to be a part of it. You know, I'm gonna stick it out as long as I can, and I mean, I don't see me going anywhere anytime soon. So, I mean, unless unless the good Lord don't let me no more, but hopefully that'll never happen. But
yeah, I hope not, man.
I want to thank Justin there for running me clean. That was fun, man. Hats off to him. He had a good run right there too. So I know it was fun watching up in the booth, like you said. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, man, I got goosebumps. Who else you want to thank on that 15?
Thank you guys here, of course. Friday Night Lights, Elite Race Control, GY6RN, Dirt Track Bank. Everybody's a part of this. I got to thank my father, Randy Carter Painting, CTM Motorsports, Kale Smith, Travis Anderson, Redline Race Designs. Everybody watching, once again, High Pop, appreciate you tuning in, and hope everybody has a good night.
Yeah, man, you got to make sure when your dad puts out those discount coupons in the paper, make sure you clip a bunch of those for me because I might need them.
Oh, I got you, buddy.
Great run. You going to run the sprint cars?
Nah, I think I'm done, man. I got a busy day. I got my racing banquet tomorrow night, then going to a football game Sunday. So pretty busy weekend.
All right, man. Have a great weekend, my friend.
All right. Thank you, too.
Yeah, man.
We'll see you.
There you go, Clayton. There's Pro Late Models. That was a show. Clayton is not with us. He's doing race control stuff, so my apologies. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You just witnessed one amazing race with some of the top drivers, in my opinion, on the sim. Give and take was there tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, we will be with the 305 sprint cars right back here at Lanier. We'll be right back.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or, I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have zero experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
The goal at any given race is, of course, to win. And CrowdStrike, AWS, and DXDT were fortunate to achieve championship-winning results in 2020. We're extremely proud to be partnering with Operation Motorsport through our racing initiatives. Their program seeks to place military veterans in various positions inside a real racing team. The experience aids in their retraining, recovery, and rehabilitation.
So my name is Chad Failing. I'm a staff sergeant retired out of the United States Army. I am with Kevin Boehm under DXDT. You're getting creative. You're getting taught to think outside of the box.
We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with this great program. In the spirit of giving back to the community and creating meaningful opportunities, we're committed to building a diverse motorsports platform with the amazing men and women who have served our country.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. Got Your Six Racing Network bringing it to you live on 5 different channels out there live. As always, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues. 22 veterans a day take their own lives, which is 22 too many. Throughout the night, you'll see us play promos from business and organizations out there doing great things for veterans. If you ever have the opportunity, we ask if you could donate to those folks. That would be absolutely amazing. This is your nightcap, the A&J Custom Creations 305 Sprint Cars right here at Lanier. We're getting ready to call the cars off the track. It's been an amazing night so far. Let's get the show underway, I think. Let me look here real quick. We're good. All drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please.
Got the sprint car feature. That's it.
All right, fellas, welcome to A&J Custom Creations 305 Sprint Cars. This is your nightcap. Just remember, if you do not show up for the interview or a photo after a podium finish, you'll get an EOL next week. Bring out 2 cautions in any race, be it a feature or heat. You will be DQ'd from that division for that night. Intentional contact is never acceptable. We've had 2 suspensions for this week for intentional contact after the checkered flag. So it doesn't matter when it happens. Intentional contact will not be tolerated at any time. It will lead to a suspension. Protest. If we miss something throughout the race and you think you were done wrong, our protest link did not work this week. So I'm going to ask that you send me a private message in Discord, and we'll make sure and review the incident that you are emailing us about. Callouts on Discord, on YouTube, on anywhere, any social media, and over race chat during a race is totally unacceptable, and you will receive a suspension depending on the severity of the call out. Keep it to yourself. We're trying to make this an enjoyable environment for everybody to race. Keep that in mind. We have severely different levels of talent in the field. Please keep that in mind. Excessive blinking, first time a warning. Second time you will receive an EOL, and the third time you will be sent to, or you will be DQ'd. Incident points counts against your overall point totals. Keep that in mind. As you rack up incident points, you are losing points for the week in your division. Once the caution comes out, the field is frozen. Please, off the throttle and coast to a stop. You cannot improve your position once the caution comes out. So keep that in mind. The only thing you're going to do is wreck your car or somebody else's. So once the caution comes out, the field is frozen. That's all I have. Any questions, comments, or concerns, now would be the time. None heard. We'll advance to qualifying. I wish you all the best of luck. All right, Clayton, here we go. Our nightcap, 305 sprint cars. We're going to get through this one with no cautions, and then we're going to wrap up the night. Probably wishful thinking. We are waiting for the first car to come out on the track. Sean Stevens is 3 for 3. We are in week 4. He is trying to go for his 4th win in a row. The YOB Racing driver out of Tasmania in the 26. We will follow along. This is your points leader. He has not lost yet this season. 26 car on the high side. Coming out of turn 4. Let's see how Sean Stevens does here. Clock starts, that time by the flag stand. Coming off of turn 4 for his first time lap. Stevens on the high side. Joseph Grandy to the top of the board. Stevens with a 13.517. He goes down to the bottom shelf. Will he improve his time? the boards, 12.797 for Sean Stevens. Michael Vitale, 10th quick. Now Randy Shreves to the top of the board. The 56 LGR driver, 12.763 for Randy Shreves, your reigning sprint car champion. Kurt Schatzer in the 18. He is 5th quick. Jason Hines, driver out of Canada, 14th quick on his first lap, 13.160. Let's see if he can improve. 12.838, 4th quick. David Tormachi, driver out of Billings, Montana, currently 15th quick. Anthony Marvulio out on track in the 238, the driver out of New Hampshire. Coming off of turn 4, Marvulio is a previous Friday Night Lights champion, 17th quick, 13.463. Let's see if he can do better on his second lap, running a slider line, coming off a 4. Will the 238 move up? Yes, he will. 10th quick, 12.975. 12.975. I think that's all we got. All right, fellas, we are going to advance the session. Randy Shreves with your Chatham Motorsports Quick Time. Randy Shreves, Sean Stevens on the front row. Joseph Grandy, Caden Berry in row 2. Chris Cox, Chris Miller in row 3. Clay Christopherson, Steve Miller in 4. And Doyle Lawrence rounds out your field of 9 drivers. All right, leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. The 56 car of Randy Shreves with the Chatham Motorsports Quick Time. $10 to your account, sir. Payable in week 13. That is an accumulative. So congratulations to Randy Shreves with the Chatham Motorsports Quick Time. '56 inside the 26. Caden Berry and Joseph Grandy in row number 2. These drivers have 8 laps to get it done. Pace truck is off, waiting on the green
Joe,
flag.
You got a copy?
Green flag is out. We are underway. Yeah, I got you. My mic was muted in Discord. Sorry. Sean Stevens jumps out to a quick lead. Caden Berry in the 12 car moves up to P2. Randy Shreves falls back to P3. Caden Berry trying to keep up with the 26 of Sean Stevens. Randy Shreves, Joseph Grandy in P4. Chris Cox back to P5 as the caution comes out. We are going to review the restart, or the initial start, I believe. I am not sure. We'll wait for Clayton. I think that was thrown. We have some discussions here. Clayton going to work in the... All right, fellas, let's keep race comms to a minimum. Let Clayton do his thing. Thank you. Sean Stevens possibly jumped the start. Let's see.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Pit lane. There's the yellow flag. Here is the restart. take a look here. This is on the initial start. Randy Shreves with the on the inside in the 56, the 26 on the outside. Shreves waiting. Sean Stevens appears to get an advantage here. So 26 EOL. Try to get caught up here.
We haven't seen the last of that 26 of Sean Stevens. That guy's got so much speed behind the wheel of a sprint car. That is his expertise. I'm sure he will make a few positions up here. We've seen him picked up 2 already here in the heat race. And I'm sure the feature will be nothing but practice for Sean Stevens. He finds another gear in these things week in and week out. And I'm sure we'll see him back towards the front by the end of tonight.
Randy Shreves battling it out with Caden Berry. Berry goes to the top. Shreves sticks to the bottom with 1 to go. Berry back down to the bottom. Shreves and Berry coming off of 4. Randy Shreves for the win. Berry second. Grandy third. Chris Cox fourth. And Chris Miller fifth. Sean Stevens able to gain 2 positions. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Matt Grimm, Jason Hines on the front row. Kurt Schatzer, Jeff Kemper in row 2. Anthony Marvulio, Michael Vitale in row 3. Donald Ingram and David Tormachi round out your field of 8 drivers. All right, leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Like to look at that 91 of Matt Grimm with his new Wyobe wrap on that 91 ride. Looking super sweet. Matt looking for a great run here in heat number 2. Pace truck is off. Leaving the field. Green flag is out. We are underway. Matt Grimm to the lead. He's on the bottom side. Kurt Schatzer moves up. Leaves a little bit of a hole. We're 3 wide in the back. That's Vitale. And Ingram makes contact. Vitale backs out of it, is able to get back in the race. Matt Grimm followed by Hines and Schatzer. Schatzer running the bottom, the other 2 running the middle. Donald Ingram winging it in the middle. The 238 of Anthony Marvulio running a cut down line, trying to get underneath that 10 car on lap 3 of 8. Up front, Matt Grimm leads Jason Hines. Let's go on the nose of that 66 ride. Jason Hines, a driver out of Canada. In the tire tracks of the 91, Wyobe Racing driver Matt Grimm. Look behind at Kurt Schatzer. That is the 18 Hammer Down Racing driver in 3rd position. On lap 5 of 8, we are nose to tail. Donald Ingram still trying to get by the 238.
Yeah, him and Anthony Marvulio have been throwing slide jobs for the last 2 or 3 laps. Very clean. A lot of respect between those 2 guys. You love to see it. These guys are putting on a heck of a show here for, I believe, 5th.
Meanwhile, up front, coming to the white flag is Matt Grimm. Kurt Schatzer, he is the first car to duck out of line. Thought about taking a peek underneath the 66, lost ground. Jeff Kemper now is able to pull up to the rear tail tank of the 18. Coming off of turn 4, Grimm, Haynes, Schatzer, Kemper, Marvulio, Ingram, Tormachi. Three minutes of warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. The issue has been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. That just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready for your 30-lap feature. 305 Sprint Cars brought to you by A&J Custom Creations right back here at Lanier. Feature to the grid, please. Randy Shreves, Matt Grimm on the front row. Caden Berry, Jason Hines in row 2. Joseph Grandy Schatzer in 3. Cox Kemper in 4. Chris Miller on the inside of Anthony Marvulio in row number 5. Clay Christopherson, Donald Ingram in 6. Sean Stevens, David Tormachi in 7. Doyle Lawrence, Michael Vitale in 8. And Steve Miller rounds out your field of 17 drivers. All right, leader 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. Initial start is on green. Do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. 30 laps to get it done. Good luck. Randy Shreves on the front row with the 91. That's new Wyobe driver Matt Grimm to his outside. The youngster out of New Hampshire, the 12 car of Caden Berry, is on the inside of row number 2 with Canadian driver Jason Haynes to his outside. So we are getting ready to go 30 laps for your nightcap in the 305 Sprint Cars. The pace truck is off, leaving the field to the 56 of Randy Shreves. Green flag is out. We are underway. Shreves dives down low. Berry runs a slider line. Makes contact.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag comes out. Contact between, let's look here. Piled up the field behind him. This might take a minute to sort out. There's the green flag. There he slides up. Makes contact. Schatzer. There's some good cars right there involved. Haynes, Schatzer, Grandy. Not the way to start the feature, but here we are nonetheless, getting ready to go green once again. Randy Shreves at the front of the field in the 56. Pace truck is off.
Green flag, green flag.
Randy Shreves takes the green flag. We are nose to tail. Shreves on the high side. Kurt Schatzer is the first car running the bottom. Schatzer and Grandy battling it out. Grimm and Shreves settle it out. Anthony Marv Julio on the bottom side as Schatzer finally gets to the top side. Marv Julio and Cox on the bottom side trying to get the bottom to work. As Randy Shreves starts to get away from the field. Matt Grimm in P2, Grandy in P3. Anthony Marv Julio on the bottom side in the 238 in P4. Schatzer may have gotten by that time. Down the back stretch they go. Slider just came flying in. That was the 26. Sean Stevens is up 6 positions from his starting, now 7. The 26 on a mission. Had an EOL in his feature race. The driver out of Tasmania battling back on the high side. Chris Cox. Stevens sawing on the wheel up high. He is up 7. Randy Shreves with the lead. Grimm in P2. Marv Julio on the bottom with Kurt Schatzer as the caution comes out. Not sure what happened here. Saw Caden Berry down there. Caden Berry on the high side. Dives down to the bottom. Oh, I don't know who that was. Randy Shreves at the front of the field. We're on lap 9 of 30.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
As Randy Shreves takes over, the green flag is out. We are underway. Matt Grimm in P2. Anthony Marv Julio dives down low. Schatzer and Sean Stevens dive down low. They're going to take it 3 wide. Stevens on the bottom. Schatzer in the middle. Kurt Schatzer gets to the outside behind the 518 of Grandy. Oh, something happened. Grandy flies to the outside. Schatzer dives down in underneath the 26. Schatzer and Sean Stevens battling it out. Randy Shreves up front on the high side, getting it done. Anthony Marfulio, he's running the bottom, the 91 of Matt Grimm on the high side. Sean Stevens moves up to P4. Kurt Schatzer, P5. Donald Ingram, Clay Christopherson in the 51. Chris Cox in the 8. Jeffrey Kemper in the 181. Joseph Grandy back to P10. Michael Vitale in P11. Caden Berry back to P12. Chris Miller as the caution comes back out. So we almost made it halfway. We're on lap 13 of 30. Sean Stevens has come from the back of the field. He's up 9.
There's Alex.
Looks like Jason Hines was involved. Maybe
Yeah,
we can. Let me see if we can.
If you look at lap 10 on the back stretch, Jason Hines goes into turn 3 and hits the most invisible wall I've ever seen on the sim. That was, I mean, you could have fit another car between him and the outside wall, and he hits just an imaginary wall. Looks like it breaks the 33's left front suspension in front of him, too.
There is
Complete
Hines. Hit the wall there.
Oh. That's...
Yeah, we got to go back green.
Yes, sir. 15 minutes, that's a little much.
So we will go back green. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Randy Shreves at the front of the field, followed by Marvulio and Grimm. Marvulio and Grimm go down low. Marvulio trying to get up in front of the 56. We're getting a line forming on the bottom side. Randy Shreves might just be on the outside as the train goes by down low. Marvulio will take over the lead in the 238. Put Anthony Marvulio, the previous champion at Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, up to P1. Shreves now comes down off the wall, gets loose, makes contact. Sean Stevens around. '91 and Shreves. Looks like the 91 and the 56 get together, and the Sean Stevens was flying into the back of both of them.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Randy Shreves in P2, 91. No EOLs for those two. 238 of Anthony Marvulio is on the point.
And look who's up to fourth, Sean Stevens.
Coming from the back, up 9 positions. Green flag is out. Marvulio will dive for the bottom, as will Randy Shreves, Matt Grimm, Sean Stevens, Kurt Schatzer, Donald Ingram, Clay Christopherson, Caden Berry, the first one to tempt the outside. The youngster out of New Hampshire is going to give the high side a ride. See if he can't make something happen. Up front, Anthony Marvulio holding off Randy Shreves and Matt Grimm. Sean Stevens up 9 in the 26 machine, the Wyobe driver out of Tasmania on lap 19 of 30. Sean Stevens has won 3 weeks in a row. Top 4, pulling away from Kurt Schatzer a little bit. Now Schatzer has company underneath. That's Donald Ingram in the 10. Driver out of Pennsylvania, Ingram into the inside wall. All by himself. That will bring out the caution once again. So Anthony Marvulio in that 238, holding off Randy Shreves, Grimms, and Stevens. The 18 of Kurt Schatzer fell off the pace a little bit as he was battling with the 10 car. The 10 gets into the fence on the inside. Goes for a little bit of a ride. Sean Stevens up in P4, has been in P4, has not been able to improve the last few laps by. Will the Wyobe driver keep his win streak going in that 26 machine? Teammate in front of him of Matt Grimm in the 91. Pace truck is off.
Green flag, green flag.
Marvulio will dive down low once again, as will everybody else. Shreves, Grimm, Stevens, Kurt Schatzer, Clay Christopherson on the high side. 12 car, Barry sends it into 3, comes out of 4, move Barry up to P6. Up front, meanwhile, Marvulio, he's working the bottom. Randy Shreves, if anybody wants to get by the 238, they're going to have to go higher. I don't think you're going to be able to get underneath them on lap 23 of 30. Now Stevens finds the high side. Sean Stevens is going to try to make some headway. Anthony Marvulio and Randy Shreves. Shreves is going to take the middle this time, looking for any way to get by that 238 on lap 25 of 30. Sean Stevens ducks back down to the bottom. Caden Berry is committed to that high side, gets into the wall. Marvulio and Shreves pulling away from the field a little bit. Sean Stevens off the high side. He's trying to get by his teammate. You see wall contact at the entry as the 91 pulls up right alongside his teammate on lap 27 of 30. Marvulio and Shreves on the bottom. Two to go. Shreves now. Will Shreves make a late race pass? Will Marvulio be able to hold on to it? Coming to 1 to go. At the front of the field, Marvulio and Randy Shreves. Sean Stevens may run out of time. The driver out of Tasmania on the high side. Randy Shreves, Anthony Marvulio on the bottom, coming off at turn 4. Marvulio drives from the bottom. will take the win. Marjulio, Shreves, Stevens, Grimm, Caden Berry makes it back to 5th. Top 3 start finish line, please. Top 3 start finish line. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily.
I've got some more race control here to go over. So
yeah, 10-4. All right, fellas, don't forget to go up for your interviews. We will get a word with your top 3. Waiting on Sean Stevens, the driver of the 26 YOB ride, moves up 10 from his starting position. Sean, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, mate, I certainly do.
Man, you sent it. I thought you had something up high in that 26 ride. Kind of ran out of time there. You were catching them all, man. Rock me through your night in that 26.
I just jumped the gun, I think, at the start. Yeah, no, it is what it is. I thought I had the normal race pace at the start. I thought I went when the green came out to get an EOL. Bit disappointing, but you know that's racing at the end of the day. Yeah, tried to make up every bit of ground I could. I found a bit of purchase up top, ripping around the top there early on. And then I found a bit more towards the end of the race, up top, around the top. So did what I could to try and make some more ground. Randy and Matt were battling well there. I just didn't want to, you know, cause too much of an incident trying to get under them. So tried to switch it up and get up high and build some momentum up. And I did just that with Matt, but Randy and Anthony, they just took off, I think. So the bottom line was where it was at, coming late into the race. And yeah, third, I'm happy with third coming from the end of the field.
Yeah, man, 4th podium in a row for that 26 ride. What a joy to watch, my friend. Man, you get up there, you get to wheeling, and it's a work of art. I love watching you wheel that 26 machine, and greatly appreciate all the support that you give us here at Friday Night Lights, man. You're a great addition to the show for sure, man. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
Yeah, thanks for that, Joe. It's good to be here and be a part of this league. It's great, and there's plenty of good talent here. We all seem to run well together, so which is good. There was only a couple of cautions, I think, tonight, which was good. I'll just give a massive shout out to YOB Racing, CNC Race Designs, LCJ Carpentry, Stingray Rock Tools Australia, Catalysm Computers, and a massive shout out Speed Factory.
Yeah, man, great run. Can't wait to watch you run next week.
Thank you. I'll see you next week.
All right, man. Randy Shreves in the 56 car. He starts on the pole. He loses one position, finishes in P2. Randy, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, that was a crazy race, kind of.
Yeah, it was very action packed there. Yeah, Anthony, I don't know, did the right thing by going down there at the bottom. I thought about it, but I just felt, just really comfortable on top, and I watched him just blow by me, and I just tried to catch him. I couldn't. He ran a perfect race tonight. It was awesome.
Yeah, man, great run by the 56, finishing second. Let's see where you're at in the points. You're 4th in the points. So Jordan LaFon didn't show up. You finished well ahead of Cox. Barry not too far behind you. So a great points night for the 56 ride, man. What a show you guys put on. I was just telling Sean Stevens what a joy this is to watch. Lanier brought some great racing tonight, man. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
For sure, definitely want to thank my team, LGR Motorsports, Alex Bergeron at ABR Setup Shop, Coulter West at Redline Race Design, One Wish Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Finish Line Repair, everybody at Friday Night Lights and Gears Unlimited, and everybody for watching.
Yeah, man. Have a great weekend. Great run again.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, man. The 238 of Anthony Marvulio moves up 9 positions from his start, parks the 238 in victory lane. Anthony, this is Joe. You got me?
Got you, Joe.
Man, that is awesome to see. It's been a while since we've seen that 238 in victory lane. Man, you put on a well of a show. I wasn't certain you were going to be able to hold off those cars running up high late in the race, but man, you proved me wrong. That 238 down low was absolutely amazing. Walk us through your night.
I mean, it was kind of the bottom for me. I knew that there's always a small patch of moisture, and if you can find it, it's usually just as quick as the top. Those guys, they just have the top figured out, and I guess I don't have the speed that they do, and from the drop of the green, just went to the bottom and just kept on working it in, and up front, I was looking ahead of me, and everyone was at the top. I looked in the rear view, everyone behind me was at the top, and I knew it was going to give up eventually, and if I just kept the car straight coming off and getting good drive coming off, I figured that the bottom would be the best way.
Yeah, man, it was amazing. Once you and Randy got down to that bottom, I actually said on the broadcast, if someone was going to get underneath you, they were going to have to. There was no room. You couldn't have put a piece of paper between there. So you actually covered that bottom perfectly. You hit your marks every time. A great run by that 238 machine, man. It's great to see you back in victory lane. Who do you want to thank for your drive to victory lane tonight?
You, Joe, for putting this on, and Clayton for taking care of all the admin. My wife for letting me do this, and yeah, just all the competitors. I mean, it's we have a couple top notch guys in these sprint cars, and it was good to be able to run up front with them for once. It's finally we finally put a race together. Seems like we haven't had any luck at all, so now it's hopefully we just keep moving forward from here.
Yeah, man, you're right up there with him, my brother. Great run by you, and I wish you a great weekend.
Thank you, Joe. You too.
Yeah, man. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is week 4 of Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. A great show the drivers put on. Next week, we will be back at the same time. That's 7 o'clock Eastern. The flag drops for 358 Modifieds. Anybody out there watching would like to join us, please get into our Facebook page. That's Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. Let us know, and we'll get you signed up and get you as part of the show. For everybody else, greatly appreciate you tuning in. And until next week, we'll see you.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give them a quick brush, and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling. We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. You know, riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, you know, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. You know, who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins, and then I'll have you walk him forward.
It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit, and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well. They can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're gonna go through the blue barrels and you can weave through them and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we can grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property, that we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing. Talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people.
Obstacles.
I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.